Number 7, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I've always had a problem with this question because when I'm interviewing for a position, I don't know what 5 years is going to look like because I don't know if they're about to tell me yes or no. And if they tell me no, it's going to look vastly different.
To me, and maybe this is just my personality, but for me, I always know at least somewhat of where I want to be going. But like in my mind, there's always like a picture of like where I'm trying to get to somewhere along the road, sometimes more than others. It doesn't have to be, for me, it's, if somebody asks me, where do you want to see yourself in 5 years? Well, one, you can do the obvious of, I want to have a family or whatever. But if you just tell them like, oh, I want to make it to the next step in my profession, whatever that might be. So that might be the job you're applying for, or the position after the job you're applying for, or whatever. If you're applying to be a car salesman, be like, in 5 years I really want to be, making X amount of dollars selling cars, or I want to be a sales manager at the car dealership, or I want to not only just know how to sell cars, but I want to learn the loan process and the back office side of it, or whatever. Or if you don't want to apply it to, like you said, if you're not going to get the job, if you don't want to apply it to that, then take the previous question that I just asked you of what's your greatest strength or why should we hire you, and just extend that out 5 years. If you just sold yourself on conflict resolution or expert communication skills, say, I want to be in a position where I feel like I'm fully utilizing expert communication skills, right? But if you take that question of what you're good at or your strengths and you just make that into a 5-year goal of expounding on that, whatever that might be for you, I think that's an easy way to answer this question without it being detrimental whether or not you get the job or not. And also, if you don't know where you want to be in 5 years, this might be the time for you to sit down and figure that out. If you don't know where you want to be in 5 years, at least come up with a rough idea of where you want to be in 5 years before you go into the interview.